Hi guys, my name's James from the YouTube channel Plumber Parts, and today we're going to be looking at the new Drayton Digistat. I'm going to unbox and talk about the features of this Bluetooth Digistat. We're then going to install one out on the job, show you the setting up of the app and how it works, before finally embarrassing my customer Jordan by putting him on the video and showing him how easy it is to use the app. So Jordan's got the app, he's all going. I don't know, go into start, Jordan. I want to see you using this. Oh look. And giving you the opportunity during this video to win one as well. Remember, all the tools I use in this video you can buy on our Amazon store, links to that and Drayton's 9-degree installer network below. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Remember to hold tight. Remember, you can learn more about heating controls, digital thermostats and more about plumbing in your own home by visiting our interactive house. So the Drayton Digistat, for those of you who know all about heating controls, there's going to be a few things in the family of this product that you guys are absolutely up to date with. So let's just have a look at the basic things now. So we've got dual channel wireless for heating and hot water, or 2 heating zones. That is going to be the one that most of you guys fit in the UK in most of the houses, because a lot of the time what we're doing is we're switching heating and hot water. There's also wired and wireless versions of the Drayton Digistat. The wireless versions are perfect for mounting on a sideboard in the home because they do not need a wired feed and live to switch back to the heating system. They can do it wirelessly via the hub. So in that box we've got our little thermostat here that we're going to see. And then you're just going to knock everything over. And there we'll have the connector that if we're going to do a retrofit, you're going to love this because we've got the same connectors that loads of different manufacturers use this. So we know that if we're going to pop this on as a retrofit, we haven't really got loads of work to do. It's nice and easy. Sometimes it's just 2 screws, if you're lucky. But I'll cover that when we actually install these on the job. The other thing we've got here is the universal thermostat. This is just the single channel wireless. So you'd use this for something like, well, just one channel. So it could be a heating channel, or it could be an underfloor heating channel, that sort of thing. So this here, we've got the universal thermostat, battery powered one, because we've got 2 types here. We've also got the other universal thermostat here, which is the one I've got in my hand here, which is mains powered. So you've got a number of different types of thermostats, different types of power options. Everything has been thought of with these products. I mean, even down to the fact that if you want to sit one of these on a tabletop, we've got little legs that we can put on there as well. So simple solutions, easy to install if you're doing retrofit, but really easy to install if you're doing them brand new on a new build, that sort of thing. So why don't we go out on the job now? I will get this installed. While we're doing the installation, I'll also talk to you through what OpenTherm is and some of the other features that you may want to know about for these products here. So let's get on with that job now. Okay guys, so we're at this property now. We've got a standard heating system here. I think we've got a Y plan here, but it doesn't really matter if you've got a Y plan or an S plan. The way this particular product here is going to control this system will be in exactly the same way. So what I'm installing here is the universal thermostat. This is dual channel wireless for heating and hot water, or you can use this for 2 heating zones. We're not going to need to go near the modem here or anything like that, but when I get here, what I'd usually say to my customer is, can you now download the Wiser app, go onto the App Store or the Android Store, download that app ready, and then I'll be able to get them all connected up on it before I leave. I'll also demonstrate how that works on my phone to them as well, and I'll be showing you that demonstration in a minute too. So what we've got downstairs is a standard hardwire twisty thermostat, like the old school ones you're going to see in a lot of homes around the UK. Upstairs, and you guessed it, in the airing cupboard, we've got the wiring centre, but also we've got the time clock on there as well. This should be quite an easy changeover because we should just be able to undo the 2 screws on the bottom of the old time clock and then put the Digistat receiver straight on top of that, and it should work completely fine. As ever, always read the instructions to make sure that that's going to happen. So let's go upstairs to the airing cupboard right now and actually get this installation done. So the first thing that we want to do, it's really important for your safety, and if you're not happy doing any electrical work whatsoever, get a qualified electrician to come in and do it for you. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn off that switch up there, and we're going to isolate electrically the whole heating system. Once I've done that, I'll also pop the fuse as well, and we'll pop that out of the way too. So stage number 1, isolate everything before you move on. Now that we've done that, we want to undo the 2 little screws just under here and under here on this particular one that we've got. And they've been lovingly installed, so we can't get to them very easily. Isn't that just typical? And once we've done that, we can take our old controller off, hopefully out of the way. Now guys, what we're going to do is we're going to test all of these to make sure that that is dead. Usually what we do, if we had an old type plate here, the old type plates actually only have this piece here, we would reuse this plate. But also look, we can see there's a little tooth there that's been broken off. So what we're going to do is we're going to undo all of these wires, we're going to crimp them properly, and then we're going to attach our new Digistat back plate in its place. Also, it's a good shout to take a photo so you know exactly where everything goes later on in the job, so you get a really good idea then as to where the wires go. Also, I much prefer to use crimps when doing wiring these days. It's just a lot safer, it looks better, and you guarantee a good electrical connection with a reduced risk of arcing as well. Really, really good. So I've just snipped out this bottom piece here, and we're just reinstating everything that we had on here earlier on. You may wonder what the point is of putting an earth in to something that's just basically plastic and that earth doesn't go anywhere, but it's really important for us to be able to cross test later on in the job, so don't shirk that responsibility. Pop the earth in, please. Whilst I do this, look how easy it is for me to use the camera app to scan the QR code and download the Wiser app. Drayton are using the Wiser app as an additional way to control your heating system, hot water and underfloor heating, because it's been rated as a top feature by their customers. It's intuitive, easy to use, and a great addition to the Digistat should you need it. However, there are a lot more installer orientated functions within the actual Digistat itself. For instance, setting which universal function you want to use is done on the unit itself. Usually you won't need to change the backplate over, that's one thing you do need to know. But because here we've got this old backplate that goes all the way across, I thought, right, you know, we better change it, let's do a proper job here. And I think you'd agree those crimps look absolutely beautiful, and it's a real professional looking job that's a lot safer as well. The next thing you need to do, you've got two options really here, is you can turn the room thermostat up to fully on all the time, effectively what we'd call linking it out. Or you could attempt to learn how to link out the thermostat back at this box here. So the next thing we're going to do is install our new Digistat. Really easy to do. Just going to pop these wires here just to make them a little bit neater. I try not to see wire there like that, but sometimes it's something you can't really get around when you're working on old wiring. But there we go. So we latch in at the top first, and then we pop down in there like so, and then because of the way this has been installed, we've just got to get our screws underneath just nipped up. Right, so now we can power everything back on again like that, and we're going to press this button, and there we go, this is lit up. What we then do is we just take down this little cover here, and we pop the two AA batteries that are supplied, and these should automatically start to bind. Don't tell me, they've bound already. That's insane. Oh my good God. Wow, that is quick. So now it's a simple job to say to the app that we want to add a Digistat. It will look then for the Digistat, and it's just really simple to follow the instructions to get it paired and saved onto your device Bluetooth. I can then give the stat a name. As you can see, I called it something like house heating, and from this point I could just set up my account, which is first name, last name, email address. Once we've done that and everything's verified and through, you'll find yourself on the main screen of the app. I just want to say a little bit about the old room thermostat. What we've had to do here is we've had to link out the old room thermostat, so our control center, our wiring center, thinks that there's always one on all the time, because now we're not relying on the physical movement of a thermostat in the house. We're using the digital signal from our mobile phone, or from this here, or from the actual controller itself to switch the heating on and off. So let's have a brief overview of the app itself and show you how easy it is to use. So the first thing I want to show you is how we can just use this app to boost hot water. So we're showing that it's currently 27 degrees. It's quite toasty in here at the moment. And I've got it set to 13.5 on the actual, what I'd call hand or manual. If we want the heating to come on, I'll just turn this up and then the light should come on here. There we go. And then that's going to open up the 3-port valve or the 2-port valve, turn the pump on and turn the heating on. Great. Let's turn that down. We don't want that coming on. There we go, it's off again. Hot water, we can just tap this button here and that's on straight away. It's going to swing around now the other way, and obviously we can have both on at the same time. So that's a brief overview of those functions there. Let's just switch that off quickly. We can also say, look, I want you to boost for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or not at all. And you can do the same thing for the heating. But we can also go in here and we can edit the schedules to exactly what we want. Really easy to do. All the standard sort of bits and pieces that you'd expect, different days, different heating schedules and all that sort of thing. So nice and easy. And we can do the same for the hot water as well. We can go into the Digistat and check the battery on it, which is quite handy. And we can also say, look, we're away now, don't do anything. Or we can check schedules and get all those so they work correctly, okay? So it's following the schedule at the moment. Let's say I want to edit the schedule and add a time for tomorrow evening to come on. So I want to say, right, tomorrow evening, I want to set the temperature to 22 degrees. Boom. All right, and there we go, 22. And then what we do, rather than having on off, well, we can have off if you want, or you can say, actually, I just want to keep the house overnight a nice temperature of 18 degrees, just in case it doesn't get too cold, okay? And there we go, we've now set that to 18 degrees. There is a good train of thought behind this, because what happens is if we have the heating go off all night, the heating goes right down, the whole house gets really cold, and then first thing in the morning, the heating has to bash away like mad to get it right up to temperature again. So it's quite a good idea to think about setting your offset point to actually a lower temperature, because in the long run that might well save you energy on that massive boost in the morning. If you want, you can also use the default schedule settings, and then your customer can tailor the times to suit their lifestyle. There's also a timed away mode like holiday mode, so you can set the times and dates when you're going to be away, and then the heating and hot water will be ready for you to use on your return. Now you can do all of these things using the Digistat like you normally would do if you're using a standard programmer. But why do that if you've got a phone that allows you to do it in such an intuitive, quick way, just through Bluetooth? Remember, we're not going, oh, I've got to get on the Wi-Fi or anything like that. None of that's happening. We're only talking between this and my mobile phone. So yeah, the great thing I would say about these is that we can put them anywhere, and actually the customer here specifically said they don't want their thermostat where it was anymore. They wanted to be able to move it around. These come with a nice little stand, so we're going to pop that on the side for them, and then they'll get much more accurate temperature readings. Also, there's an OpenTherm version of this as well. OpenTherm is kind of a communication protocol between the system and the boiler temperature outlet. So rather than having a boiler that's always giving out 75 degrees, it might be more efficient from a condensing and heating perspective that the boiler gives out a slightly decreased or a slightly increased temperature according to what you're calling for. And that, in a very basic sense, is what OpenTherm does. It's really, really good for underfloor heating systems. Right then, guys, so there you go. You saw how easy it was for me to install this little beast on this system. If I hadn't had to have changed the back plate over, this whole job would have taken 15-20 minutes pretty much. Like I said, I've now actually linked that out over there, that old thermostat, so that'll be coming off. I'll get the decorators in to sort that out, because I don't like plastering. Some things you just need to know whether you're good or bad at, that's for sure. Another thing I just want to let you know about as well, you can get these on Drayton's Installer Club, the 9 Degree Network. You can get them early, and also I think you can get a little bit of a discount there as well. I'll leave a link for you to go and join that if you want to get involved in that as well. It's open for installers, okay, so you know what I mean. And to recap, as you saw, they pretty much auto-paired in seconds, actually to the point where I was like, oh my God, has it done it already? So that was done really, really quickly as well. The app's absolutely brilliant, seamless, easy for people to use, easy for my customers to use. I know they're going to love it. Another thing I think you're going to like is that we've got a 16 amp relay in the wired version, which means if you want to use these to switch, I don't know, electric elements inside of radiators, then it's going to be a perfect solution for that, because it's going to handle those higher currents, which is really cool. Now, if you've watched to the end as well, I want to let you know there's going to be a competition for you to win one of these. So what I want you to do is go over and follow Plumber Parts over on Instagram. Find this post here. I want you to like it, and I want you to comment as to why you think you should win one of these. You've got until the closing date on the Instagram post. Only UK mainland people may enter. I'm not going to send them off around the world, all right? So thanks ever so much for watching today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. A little bit of a recap on S-Plan and Y-Plan systems. Also, I hope I've given you a bit of a better idea as to how OpenTherm works. You've probably heard about that and thought, what is that? But also giving you the knowledge that there is a system out there, a system here by Drayton, that will allow you to have that kind of wireless control on your phone, but not using the internet to do it. So it's simplified. We're just using Bluetooth, and it's absolutely seamless. Really, really impressed with this. And on top of that, we've still got the physical buttons, the physical timer that maybe some of your more mature customers or people who are used to the buttons way of doing things can still use, get on with and understand. So thanks for watching today's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like, please comment as to what you think about these beasts, because I will answer your comments on this in our next comments video, or I'll answer the best ones anyway. All right, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all very soon, and remember to hold tight. See you later. So Jordan's got the app, he's all going. I don't know, go into start, Jordan. I want to see you using this. Oh look, press on the thing there. So if you want to boost that, just drag that slider up. So if you want the heating to come on this ridiculously hot, it's not going to yet, mate. The current is 26.5. Now your heating's on.
Great. Let's
Yeah.
turn that back on again.
Turn that back down. Oh mate, if you want to update the schedules down the bottom there. So it's all fairly straightforward really, mate, to be honest. So yeah, if you want to edit it, and then 5 degrees at night, that sort of stuff, you can change all that.
Yeah, you can copy it.
This is your first ever heating app as well, isn't it?
You can copy it to other days as well.
Beautiful.
If you
So
want
it's
it.
your first ever heating app, isn't it, George?
It
This
is.
one? You impressed?
Very good. Easy to set up. Very good.
You now owe me 1,500 quid.
Bluetooth, let it loose. Bluetooth, let it loose. Drayton, it's a day, son. Gonna move with the dance in this old one. Chicken or trap out in a second. Before you know it, it's straight in heaven. We count the stack with the whack, whack, whack. Every phone in the sun, done, done. He thinks it high, he thinks it low. Drayton old school, no, no, no.
I can't believe how easy it was to get this beast burned up on my phone. And now I'm kicked on the at home. And now I can set it from my burner phone.
It was so easy to do. It was over in seconds.
Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Hit the subscribe button, that's the most important thing you can do. Check out my vlog, Times of James, loads of flying and random stuff there. Also our very latest video, get right up to date with plumber parts, and of course you can join the AL Army for Thursday night live streams, and you can select this song.